Alright, it's time for the gigapost. Okay, this is gonna be about gaming and blessed water. Go down that rabbit hole if you don't know what it is, but yeah. The effects of blessed water in gaming. Does it make me more cracked? Definitely. Okay, so I'm gonna go through my notes. These are just some notes I'm gonna read out loud and then talk about. I've got a lot. This water has a lot of effects. I would say it's psychedelic and energizing overall. So, okay. First thing to keep in mind is I'm like really deep in this right now. I'm like a week into using this stuff. So it's not like everything's brand new to me. It's like this stuff is still obvious even though I'm using it daily. So, okay. I'm experiencing ... teammate love. Okay. I'm a lot more forgiving. I'm a lot more generous. I'm a lot more synergistic with my teammates. Even toxic teammates, I can't help but, like there's no threat between me and a teammate. And one thing that was hovering in my mind before I hit record on this is I have the craziest inferiority complex when I play games because growing up, I would get punished for killing people in video games. So, in the back of my mind, I always had this kind of notion that the enemy had to win and I had to lose. And that is kind of gone. So, and that would kind of apply to teammates as well, putting my teammates on a pedestal above me. And so if they were toxic, that would really hit hard on me. So like that's totally gone. I don't feel that anymore. So when people are toxic, it's just like giggly. I just get giggly. Yeah, so I call this the feel okay juice, the funny giggle juice. Alright, tilt lasting not long, 10-minute breaks and I'm good to go. Oh, with a game like Apex, it's so easy to tilt because the stakes are so high, and when you die, you're dead. You gotta go back to the lobby. It's really tilting. You can loot the whole game and then instantly something stupid happens. Very tilting game. And this is one of the things I like about it. So it would build up normally and I would go 4 or 5 games and get off and take like a few hour break. But now it's like I'm noticing I just want to keep going. And tilt really like soaks in, seeps in. I absorb it, I accept it. There's nothing bad. Like I just gulp down tilt like crazy when I'm using this water. I'm gonna go kind of out of order here. I was playing earlier and feeling kind of like ultra locked in, like super focused on the game, super like, I have been playing for like an hour and get into that kind of flow state. And I put a bunch on my forehead and I got the craziest feeling. It's gonna take me a while to explain it. If I wrote down, feels like my forehead is getting hugged by an angel, man. I don't know what the fuck is this shit. It's so comforting. I just dripped it onto my third eye and into my eyes over and over, and then all over my forehead, rubbed it in with the back of my fingers. Feels like my pain is being absorbed, listened to in that one specific spot. It feels like when someone wonders about you and reaches out. This feeling is so fucking insane right now. Now I'm wondering, why does this shit hit so hard right now? Seems to scale with tilt, difficulty, focus, etc. I don't know. So it's like, yeah, I'm playing Apex and I'm getting to that point where kind of Apex is the only thing in my mind. I'm like locked in. I'm feeling the difficulty. I'm climbing. I'm getting into harder lobbies. And you're feeling that like chaos and the panic and the focus. And you're just kind of forgetting about yourself a little bit. And it's like pressure. It's like claustrophobia around your head of like, okay, you're really in it. And you can feel the environment changing. And you just have to accept it and keep going. It's like that runner's high almost. And at that timing, when I put it on my forehead, it just created the most undescribable feeling of just warmth, like welcoming warmth. I always imagine I'm next to a fireplace when I feel that, remember that feeling. It is a crazy feeling. Let's go back to previous notes. Snapping out of doing too much. Yeah, I feel like I just like don't do too much as much when I use the water. It just kind of balances me out, makes it so I do just enough, and just enough to win. So it's like I'm winning more and more and more by sometimes not doing too much. I really do too much sometimes and just kill myself. So it's like it feels really good that I don't do that as much. I feel doomed to succeed, especially in the long run playing games. It's like you kind of have to, if you're bored of your current elo and you're always looking forward to higher elo, it's like this long-term vision and this patience that you have, and it feels really good. But sometimes you can get impatient and just, man, just get me out of this elo right now. Instead of that, I just feel doomed to succeed. Like, I don't feel any rush. I don't feel any, like, none of that is bogging me down and making it harder to keep queuing up. None of it. Smooth vanilla while dropping. So I remember I was playing E-District, I was dropping into Stadium, and I just felt this, like, it's gonna be so hard to describe these sensations, but just this encompassing smoothness with my existence. Like, everything was okay and everything was clicking and touching, and I just felt this incredible, smooth, euphoric, dude. Let me put this into words somehow. Fuck, man. I can't, but this fucking smoothness, it just felt like my brain was just working so good. Okay. Untiltable. Yeah. You're just not getting tilted when you use this stuff. Like, I don't know what it does in your body. I know it creates hydroxide, anions or whatever, and it's like basically nutritious to your body to like have this stuff. So it basically makes you more physically, it gives you physical vitality, this blessed water, because you're actually creating something valuable, nutritious, that you can get sucked in through your skin. So I end up feeling untiltable, like nothing can possibly be wrong. And I get that feeling a lot when I take care of my body really good. And my body's just like, bro, we got all the time in the world. You're not going to die at 50 because you're taking care of yourself. Hey, you don't need to rush. Nothing needs to be rushed. You don't need to tilt. Okay? Adaptive. From panicky to ultra chill. I remember, okay, so I ranked up a bracket. The lobbies got way harder. Everything got crazy. I'm getting 3P'd, 4P'd, 5P'd, dogpiled by a million people. And it's just, dude, I'm just it feels like swimming in that panic. But really it's just chaos, and you're in the center, and everything's chill. It's just crazy, okay? So I'm not panicking in super chaotic situations. Recognizing feelings is more natural. Hyper rush. Okay, so I've noticed this feeling today of where, like, I'm aiming at a dude who's not looking at me, and I'm like really rushing. I'm like, I need to shoot him now as fast as possible. And I just snap out of that a lot faster when I use this water. So I kept noticing like ways I get in my own way. And when I use this water, it feels like I snap out of these behaviors super easily. And it's weird because it kind of depends where I put it on my body. So like one of the clues that I'm in this hyper rush sensation habit is my feet actually tense up. So I thought, okay, let's put some water on my feet. So I put some water on my feet, and before I know it, I'm just like snapping out of that behavior super early and just staying really calm. So it really depends where you put on your body and what habits you're going through, what behaviors, what feelings you're really going through, and what those feelings are doing to you. So that feeling would make me miss all my shots, and I stopped missing all my shots. Intra-stress, feet and neck are evolving. Yeah, so like that inner body stress that you feel with a habit, let's say every time you do a certain habit, your body experiences a certain type of tension somewhere in it, and I'm just feeling that stuff evolve when I put it. Okay, simple. Yeah, simple. Simple. Everything is much more simple when I use this water. I'm not really thinking much. I remember like noticing how much I would look at the map and just like just look at the environment around you and just be strong in your nearby environment and keep going through it. Very like monkey see monkey do type vibe, but like in a flow state optimal performance type of way. So just like my overall macro positioning got better and micro positioning as well, just from not being in my head as much. Milk mixture. Okay, so I have some that's charged and it's like there was a remnants of milk in the water and that gave me a different feeling. So I remember feeling my hands kind of hurting a little bit, and I have this little rubber band here that I'll do little exercises with, and I'm just like, okay, let's try just putting this milky water charge on my hands, and I got that warm cellular campfire feeling again when I first used blessed water, where like when you put it on, it feels like the molecules of the water are going deep into your cells with a little campfire and just keeping it nice and happy and warm. It felt so good when I put it on my hands. So fucking good. That's literally what I wrote down. So fucking good. But it's interesting because I think when you charge water mixed with milk and there's just like barely any milk, I think it might charge it more powerfully. I'm not sure. But like from the tests I've done, there are some signs that it kind of charges more. Okay, I don't seem to panic. I just get more and more in the zone. Spicy Wawa. Yeah, I had this win. I typed spicy Wawa after this one win so I'd remember it. And it was hard, but I never felt stuck. I never felt like I was losing. Yeah, even when I'm getting 3p, 4p, 5p, I'm just like playing instinctually, and that's always enough. It always feels like enough, and it just puts me in this deep zone. Way witty gameplay. Yeah, I just feel more witty. I feel, yeah, I mean, self-explanatory. I feel way witty. Team synergy is booming. Yup, pretty self-explanatory. Is there anything I want to say about that? I've said it twice. Yeah, okay, wow. So like I mean, this is something I almost always do, where I'm kind of like trying to see through all my teammates' POVs and line up with mine so that our DPS stacks on top of each other. So if I see a teammate aiming a certain way, I will try to just match them perfectly. So when someone pops up, they instantly die, right? Very normal stuff. But it's just small things like that I'm doing more. And just seeing that like I'm getting that pull to do it. Breathing through tilt really fast. Yeah, so I still get tilted for 0.001 seconds, and the response I get is always just like that feeling that I need to breathe. And then it's gone. Super peaceful. Yeah, so peaceful. So peaceful. Super flowy, super harmonious. I always feel my movements when I'm using a lot of this water. My movements always become more connected, less interrupted. So it's like one movement takes care of 5 things instead of 2 movements each taking care of 3 things. Anger turns into learning so fast. Yeah, same thing. I'll get angry sometimes for a second, but then it just immediately turns into learning. Retarded shit is funny. Yeah, dude. Nothing has been able to tilt me at all. No matter how stupid of a teammate or toxic or random of a death, I just want to laugh. This stuff just makes me giggly. Just not stiff at all. I can feel my body almost become soft and fluid when I use this, like a whip. Flowing, unstoppable. Yeah, I feel super flowy, but like I can just do whatever I want. It's not like that people pleaser type of flow where you kind of just like don't care and you detach. You're like, whatever happens, happen. No, it's like, I want this, I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna flow into it like I'm just soaking into it. Like there's no such thing as a wall anymore. Everything is porous. Warm forehead glowing. Okay, I already talked about that. That is a feeling I want to talk about a lot. Like at a certain timing, when you use this stuff, it like pops off like 100x. Like this water, it really depends what you're already going through, and then it synergizes with that depending. It's just wild. I keep finding my movements less interrupted. Yeah, self-explanatory. You know, when you like, yeah, when you do too much, you try to go fast and it slows you down because you just move more, and then you have to correct for those movements. None of that. It's like the second I tilt, I rebalance and can't help but giggle. Yeah, we talked about that a lot. Vibe through it. Funny as fuck. Tilt dissolves in 0.01 seconds. Yeah, we've talked about this a lot. Acceptance / ego death. Yeah, stuff just seeps in, sinks in. There's no problem. There's nothing to hang on to anymore when I use this stuff. Like, you just learn and you just move on and you just queue up for the next game. Time staying slow. Yeah, so I'm looking at the time 11:40 p.m. right now, and I actually feel like it should be 4 a.m. right now. I feel like I feel like, yeah, I'm getting more out of time. And that goes back to my movements being less interrupted and not getting in my own way. You know when you're late for school and you enter that ultra instinct mode where everything has to flow perfectly so that you can turn 1 minute into 10 minutes because you gotta brush your teeth, wash your face, eat some food, like everything at once? That's what I'm experiencing with this water. And it scales. Like the more I use it, the more it happens. And I'm wondering how much is too much. I don't know. Hey, I try to take it easy so I don't have to go out and charge more water all the time. Somatic release wherever I put it. When I tense in my game, my feet tense. When I put it on my feet, I stop tensing overall as much. It's crazy. I already talked about that. Snapping out of almost all forms of fighting myself that I normally get stuck in. Hyper rush, interrupted movement. Yeah, my main things when I play games is I get desperate, I get eager, I get too excited, and then I end up like trying to do more than the game allows you. Try to shoot faster than your gun can shoot. Simple stuff like that is like, and you're good. Okay, OJ / do too much gone. OJ, over justification. It's like sometimes you have to think too much about why something is good. But it's better to just look at it simply and just let yourself do whatever you do instinctually. And yeah, so a lot of repetitive vibes here of like just being more balanced overall. Just like being more relaxed, being more focused, more in the zone, less self-interruption, acceptance. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna close my notes now and just talk kind of candidly. Whatever comes off the dome, we're 20 minutes into this. So yeah, if you're wondering, does blessed water actually make me feel more cracked at the game I'm playing? There's a lot of feelings that I didn't write down because at this point I'm taking them for granted a little bit. So I do want to hit on those. Like, what am I taking for granted specifically? Let's put a finger up every time one pops in my head. It's like, okay, I'm constantly not hesitating. I'm reacting really fast. Nothing needs to be thought about, and I'm doing like 3 things in the same time I would normally do 1. And this sounds like an exaggeration, but it's like, it's just not. You're just, when you're in the flow state, you just do so much less, but you're on point. That's really what I'm experiencing with this, and it's not nothing. It's nothing new. It's just like somehow this water, I think it improves your health in a way that you're able to just not try to take shortcuts when you're playing. I think some of the worst ways you can improve at a game is like trying to improve at the game. You know, when you try to fall asleep, you can't fall asleep. It's the same thing with gaming. Um, yeah, and when your body feels safe, like when I take certain supplements, my body will feel more safe, and I will just do everything a little bit better. I think it really comes down to that health of like you're just in a better state overall. And so you're not getting bogged down by BS. You're able to enjoy stuff that's fun. You're performing easily. There's not a lot of thoughts necessary. There's not a lot of overcompensating. There's not a lot of force needed. You show up. That's good. That's perfect. That's what you need to do. That's pretty much that. I don't know. I want to keep talking about this. There's a lot of feelings that are, not quite normal that you just put into words. So I surprise myself a lot. I give myself more chances, more trust, more belief. Take more shots that are like something you might think about before. Like, oh, this is going to be a hard shot. You kind of feel that in the back of your head. You feel your hand kind of tense up a little bit. Like, you have to try. But then you just hit it and you're like, you just don't even think about it. I'm hitting more clips. That's for sure. I'm climbing faster. I have a better mood with the people I play with. I feel more synergistic. My teamwork feels better. I feel more spontaneous. That's a big one. Way more spontaneous, way more creative. It just feels like less time is wasted. And like I don't feel like I am projecting obstacles of like, oh, this is gonna be hard to push. No, dude, I'm just running in a straight line and killing people. Because most of the time when you play a game, it's open for you to do the most obvious stupid monkey shit and get away with it. I'm getting away with so much more when I use this stuff. And it's like all I'm doing is sitting here. I have these little droppers. And I'm like, I feel kind of like hot right now. And I just get it on my face. I'm like, I wonder if that will do something. We'll see. We'll find out. And before I know it, we're just vibing. We're just on cloud 9 vibing. Like, it reminds me of when I first started playing games when I was 11. Or like really playing games when I was like 11, playing FPS and just being like, dude, this is euphoric. When you're listening to music and playing an FPS game and life is simple. And then at some point you end up like just thinking. You like, don't realize you don't have to be thinking about all this shit. You just need to play. It's really simple. You're just in an environment that's really hard or really easy and you're just shooting people. It's fucking simple. And I'm just back in that mode. Like, it's so insane the feelings I'm feeling right now just talking about this. And the feelings that I have, it feels like there's less noise in between me and the feelings. I mean, this is why I call this stuff psychedelic. I have not done psychedelics, but I have read a shit ton about them because they've always interested in me. And it's like that vividness of sensation, I guess, is what I'm talking about. Because, okay, how is this gonna affect me? I don't know, dude. How do you already feel? It's probably gonna make all that stuff a little bit more obvious, and it's gonna soak in faster. So if you're like someone who's really tilted all the time, I can get pretty tilted. You're probably gonna notice flow there. Like, you're gonna notice flow and clarity with what you already have. And that's gonna be good. It's gonna be super lit. It's gonna feel cleansing. Like, okay, I just put some drops on my face and I'm feeling like a microwave here. Okay? I'm just feeling like a little bit of it's like something emanating from this place where I applied it. Like comfy vibe spreading. And oh, did I not write this down? It okay. Okay, it feels like a sponge almost. It feels almost like it's soaking up the pain. I swear I wrote this down. Yeah, it feels like my pain is being absorbed, listened to in that one specific spot. So, okay, when you experience emotions, your body is gonna have like, they're gonna be in your body somewhere, right? And so I'm feeling the emotions that show up where I applied that water just being kind of like processed. And it's not like numbing, it's not like it's more sensitive, it just feels like faster FPS. It feels like, yeah, that's the best way to put it. Faster FPS. Less chunky, more smooth. I really want to talk about this forever, but this video is way too long. So I'm gonna go here. If you want more, like reflection on how this affects you when you're gaming, let me know. But I just wanted to do this real quick, and I could talk about this another hour, so yeah. Peace out, love you.